Libra, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late June, moving into early July 2026. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Libra collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for the beautiful Libra collective in late June, early July? What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Libra in late June, early July. What's the vibe? What's the energy? Let's get this card out nice and quick, my friends. We're going to have a good time today. We're going to have some fun. Cool. All right, I like this card. I haven't seen this in a little bit. So we have this lovely mother figure cuddling up to that little baby, that little bambino. And I think this is just really beautiful. It always reminds me of the Empress, which I consider one of the Libra power cards. So this could actually be really nice. And there is like a softer vibe to it, a little soft around the edges. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the June subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this card. So as you can see, we have this lovely lady cuddling up with that little baby. It's very affectionate. It's very nurturing, soft, caring. So again, it reminds me of the Empress. And when I think of the Empress, I think of blessings. I think of abundance, cup runneth over type of energy. This is a huge card when it comes to creation, manifestation. So it is just a beautiful, soft, tender type of energy. So for some Libras in this time, who knows? Maybe you're just going to be a little more tender than you usually are. You might be watching a show or a movie, a little tear comes trickling down. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe you're just a little more affectionate. This could represent someone that either you are connected to, needing a little affection and reassurance. Maybe you need that too, right? I'll give you a big old uh, internet bear hug. So I can't do it through the screen, but I tried, my friends. But this could be someone that just needs a hug, right? But we're just going to put her down. I think it's good. Now, if I were to interject and like throw in what this could potentially be as like a challenge, like sometimes it's an energy that's feeling a little smothered. So just watch out for that. Any things or situations that make you feel like you're cornered. But for the most part, it's good. It's beautiful. And it's a lovely energy. And you get all the hugs you could get. We're just going to put her down right there. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for the lovely Libras. And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. Very fiery in its element. The reading was titled An Explosive Change. Now, normally with Libra energy, there's like a pretty good balance, right? Or at least you strive for that. But to me, it felt like an energy or a vibe switch that was just rapid, fast, quick. Like, so whether it was something that popped up, a situation that changed, it was like a 180 and it felt very rapid. So hopefully it was a good thing for a lot of you. But we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for the lovely Libras. What do we have in late June, early July? 3 of Wands. Anticipation, waiting. I mean, it is a slower type of energy. Maybe you're slowing something down. That's very possible. Or waiting. What's all this waiting for? Let's get a couple more. Let's get a couple more. Page of Cups, communication, conversation. I like it. It's like an energy that could be approaching. Not sure if you're doing the approaching or if you're being approached. That's the thing. Let's get another. 7 of Pentacles, another energy that's waiting. Okay. So I don't know what all this hurry up and wait could possibly be. I don't dislike the energy that I'm picking up, that's for sure. It does feel calm and relaxed. So like if you're leaning into that energy, that's a good thing. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first glance, you know me, I always love to look at the elements. I feel like that paints a picture, frames the reading. And this week you have a pretty good balance, right? Like there's not too much of one element here. And I always say when there's too much of one element, it could get all lopsided, and that's where things get funky. But you got fire, water, and earth. Cool. Now, there is a lot of outside influence, especially with the fire and the air. And they could be different things or different areas of life. But when it comes to fire, that's the realm of action. Now, normally Libras get along very, very good with fire energy, right? Fire and air usually mix and push things forward. But yeah, this is the realm of action. So whether it's the actions you take, the actions you want to take, the actions you decide not to take, it could be energy levels, it could be health and wellness and vitality. I always think of fire as like a high vibrational energy or frequency. So this could be a very good thing. The only downside to fire is that it's hard to contain. It could be explosive and volatile, like we saw last week. So we're going to need to keep an eye on that. Into the middle, we have the water. That's the emotional realm, the internal realm, matters of the heart, things, people, situations that we're emotionally invested in. Remember, I said with that Empress figure in the front, there's like a softer, nurturing, caring, soft around the edges type of energy. That water is what I think of normally when I get that type of vibe. It's great for imagination, it's great for creativity, it's great for artistic expression. Usually it also deals with partnerships. Like the water is the people we care about most. The downside to water is that it can be very overwhelming sometimes. It could be like big feelings. It could be in and out, up and down, right? Back and forth. So we want to keep a close eye on it. On the back end, we have Earth, which does stabilize everything, which I think is good. Now, to me, Earth, I think of results. I think of stability and security, predictability. I think of routine. So everyday life, every day at this time you do this, right? Like, so there's something about Earth energy that's like very structured and scheduled. Um, it could be work, money, business, finance, home, family, all the material aspects of life. So it's like we have a little bit of everything. It's like we got the action, we got the feelings, we got the earthly matters. So there's like a little scrambled vibe that I'm picking up here. The only downside to Earth, it could feel a little clunky. It could feel like it's not moving, right? And with these two energies on the end, we'll keep an eye on it. Let's go through and start building this out piece by piece. Position number one, we're starting with the Three of Wands. Now, I like this card. We see the person, they're standing at the shoreline watching those boats come in. So, this could be a card that represents anticipation or waiting for something. So, I'm not sure if you're pumping the brakes or just cooling the jets or just chilling out, waiting for something to approach. I usually say this is a magnetic energy. Usually, it's pulling something towards it. So, this to me is one of the cards of manifestation, creation, where it's like I'm not chasing, I'm allowing, and I'm pulling this energy towards me, which is usually good in the best case. It could also represent something that's about to happen or something that's right there. It's within arm's reach. It's almost here, Libra. It's like one of those. So I do like this card. There is like this sense of anticipation with it, though. But what might be the downside with the Three of Wands? Sometimes it can be an energy that's very stubborn. Sometimes it's an energy that can feel like it's wasting its time or it's waiting for nothing. It could wait too long and lose its opportunity. So, like, that's something we need to keep an eye on as we move further. But normally, I like it for its magnetism and its creative qualities. Now, moving to the middle, as we get this Three of Wands right back where it belongs, we have a pretty good card, in my opinion. We have our good pal, the Page of Cups, right? Now, I always say all pages are beautiful. They remind me of the aces. So, offers, opportunities. But the biggest thing with pages is they're students and they're messengers. It's a fresh, new, revitalizing type of energy. If you're not connected to a water sign, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, this could even be someone slightly younger. When I see a page, it's either I'm throwing my energy towards something new or there's something I really want to talk about specifically with the Page of Cups. This one is big when it's getting things off of its chest, or it's venting, or it's having a deep conversation of some sort. So he is a big messenger that we do want to look at. But what might be the downside with such a beautiful card with a lot of potential? The Page of Cups can absolutely get a little shy, where it wants to do something, it decides to do something, but then it second guesses itself, or it's bashful, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. Like, this card can have a lack of confidence, so that's something we want to keep an eye on. Now, moving to the back end, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Not necessarily a bad card. We see our pal there. Looks like he's doing a little bit of gardening. Who doesn't like to garden sometimes, right? He's just chilling there. He's waiting on all those pentacles to grow. This is one of my cards that I link to nature, getting time in nature to refresh your energy. But this is a card of patience, right? He's waiting for the harvest, waiting for those pentacles to grow. So when I combine it with the Three of Wands on the front and this, whether it's two people in waiting mode or just a lot of hurry up and wait, or maybe the energy's just chill. For some of you, if you're taking a little time, taking a little vacation, taking a break, this could be very good. Like, the energy does seem like it's not doing too much. And maybe that's a good thing, especially if you've been dealing with things that have been overwhelming you. But the downside to the Seven of Pentacles, it could wait too long. So when I have the Three of Wands in this, it's like, oh, is someone waiting too long? Are they pushing it too far? Are they going to miss out on something? So we really want to see what's going on here. This is also a karmic card. Just need to put that out there. Seven of Pentacles is an energy of reaping what you sow. So whether it's a karmic situation, someone catching a dose of karma, a karmic cycle, I mean, we could go on and on and on about that. But this card is reaping what you sow. So I want to dive deeper on all of it, Libra. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for the lovely Libras? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Three of Wands. Let's see if something's coming in. Pardon me. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Libra, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, why is that Three of Wands here? Thank you. Okay. Yeah. All right, we got Lady Justice. That's your power card. Not to mention it's another karmic card. So it's like an energy that's kind of just letting something play out. That's initially how it seems. Now, I will say this for a lot of Libras, since we have really sprinkled in the thoughts and conversations about manifesting, creating, and magnetism. When I see the Three of Wands with Lady Justice, it's an energy that's pulling something to it. Now, I don't want to say it's like full blown on its way, here it comes, here they come yet. We're going to see how the rest of it goes. But I think now is absolutely a great time to start trying to create, manifest, whatever we want to call it. Now, Lady Justice is about balance. Aside from her being a Libra power card, right? She's kind of just chilling there, letting the scales balance. So for some Libras, there might be certain situations where you might just be seeing how it plays out. Let me just give this a little bit of time and see what happens. Or that could be advice from Spirit too. Because I remember last week we saw the change, we saw the action. This is fire air combination as well. But it's like, let me collect information first. Let me see how this is going to go and let it unfold. So it's an energy that's not forcing, but it's allowing. That's the beautiful thing here. Really like Lady Justice. I do have to mention once again, like, she is very karmic, and with the Seven of Pentacles and her, we're going to see, like, is this karmic energy coming in? Is this karmic energy going to shift things? Is someone going to catch a dose of karma? We're just going to have to see as we move through the reading. But I initially like this because it's an energy that's just waiting and seeing how something plays out. So good. All right, good. But it's like expecting to see a certain result too. That's like another thing I'm picking up. It's like, all right, I'm going to wait and see how this turns out, but I'm expecting a very specific result. Let's keep going. We're going to see what the page has, right? Because if there's anyone making moves, taking action, and it's this page in the center. So I really want to get to that Seven of Pentacles too. But why is, yeah, something here about manifesting and pulling energy in. Well, let's see what's up with the page. Why is that Page of Cups here? Okay. So we have the Nine of Swords in the upright. All right. This is a lot all at once. So again, watch out for overwhelm, or watch out for, like if you haven't talked to someone in a while and then it's like you talk to them and then it's like, boom, we have like 2 years worth of conversation in one shot. That's how this feels to me. It is very, very intense. So whether this is an important talk, a serious talk of some kind, there's an intensity that's flowing over me as I'm trying to interpret this. Now, the Nine of Swords is stressed, anxious, nervous, right? It's not the energy that's having the best time. So like when I see this energy chilling here and this energy chilling here and this one in the center, it's like, we got some unfinished business, or we have some catching up to do. There's certain things that we need to talk about and address. So to me, again, whether it's an important talk, a serious talk, or even unfinished business or an unfinished situation, where it's like this energy's over here just waiting, this one might be doing the same thing, but right in the center of the two, there are some things that need to be addressed. So just take that for what it's worth. This could just be a venting sesh too. I mean, we don't have to make it like this whole big grandiose type of thing, right? Page of Cups with the Nine of Swords is like, I'm worried about something, or I'm not happy about something, and I need to speak about it. So everyone needs that from time to time. Let's keep going. I think I would urge in this time to not suppress, not push things down, because this energy is like letting it loose. It's cathartic in a way. But let's see what's up with the Seven of Pentacles. Let's see what's up with that. Very interesting this week. It's So why is that 7 Pentacles here for my lovely Libras? Thank you. Yeah, this is really, really non-reactive for some reason. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands in reverse underneath the 7 of Pentacles, where it's like, should I, shouldn't I? I've seen this for you a couple times in recent weeks, and it's kind of showing up again, where it's like, should I? Maybe I shouldn't. Oh, maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't. It's like I'm kicking something around in my mind, where it's like, should we talk about? I want to talk. Oh, maybe I better not. I don't want to bother them. It's like one of those. It's like super unique. So just watch out for things like that, whether it's like situations you're dealing with, people you're dealing with, things that you want to talk about. It's like, yeah, we're going to get it all out there. Maybe not. Now's not the right time. There's like this second guessing going on. Now, the karmic energy is still in play. We're not going to make that the main focus of the reading, right? Page of Wands in reverse underneath the 7 of Pentacles. Absolutely could be reaping what you sow, karma getting served. Not saying it to you. It could be someone else. Maybe you'll get to witness it. But the main thing I'm picking up here is the second guessing. So these two energies, like on the front and on the back, are somewhat mirroring each other, even though we have all this stuff in the center that needs to be addressed, that needs to be spoken about. Um, I do think at some point this energy will get to a place where all this stuff is addressed. I do think that's going to happen. But one of these sides are going to have to flex a little bit. That's how it feels. Either this side's going to have to flex a little bit or that side's going to have to flex a little bit. Someone's going to have to kick it off. That's a vibe. And if no one kicks it off, then no one kicks it off. But let's go through and do a quick little recap. Really interesting, definitely surrounding communication. But if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the 3 of Wands with Lady Justice, one of your power cards. Beautiful stuff here. Waiting and letting something evolve how it needs to, giving something a little bit of time, but expecting a certain result. That's partially what I'm picking up. Great for manifesting and creating. So I think that's cool. You might have a little magnetism to you in this time. In the center, we have the Page of Cups with the 9 of Swords in the upright. Just a lot all at once, and it feels like just either catching up on something or it's just like a lot of conversation packaged into one neat little talk. So I'm not sure if this is an important talk or a serious talk, but it could absolutely be like some unfinished business or an unfinished situation, because on the back end, these two are mirroring each other. We have the 7 of Pentacles with the Page of Wands in reverse. Should I? Shouldn't I? Did I do the right thing? Was that a mistake? Doing that little energetic hokey pokey, right? Like go back and forth, in and out. So watch out for the second guessing in this time, but I do still think there's something that should be addressed. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for my beautiful Libra friends. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. So let's get you one. And yeah, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. All right, let's get this going here. What do we got for Libra? What do we got for the lovely Libras, please? Cool. 2 of Cups. Nice. Partnerships. And the 2 of Cups, all twos can represent decisions, choices, partnerships. 2 of Cups, most importantly, right? Like it represents soul ties, soul connections, people that hold a place of importance in our heart. So again, this doesn't have to be a bad thing. This could be a shoulder to lean on, especially with all this conversational, unfinished business type of energy where it's like, all right, well, maybe it wouldn't be as bad as you think. Or if you think a conversation or a talk will go sideways, maybe it won't go as sideways as you think it will, right? Especially with this 2 of Cups. But with the 2 of Cups being in the shadows, this tells me that even if this is an individual that you're not on the best frequency with right now, or even if it's someone that you might not even be talking to, it's like you still kind of feel them. That's how this feels to me, especially with the 2 of Cups in the shadows. It's like I kind of feel them. It's if that makes sense. I think some of you will pick that up. But I think partnerships in general, even if we put all that to the side, partnerships in general or one specific partnership could really be highlighted in this time. So we're just going to leave it at that, Libra. That's what I got for you this week. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the June subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation or you'd like to have a chat with me, you can book a personal session with me on my website, mastermetaphysics.com. My June calendar is live and spots go quick, so you could go check that out. But for the June subscriber surprise, doing another winner's choice, the winners, which will be three, will have a choice between either the Everyday Witches Tarot, which is a lovely tarot deck, one of my all-time favorites, or you can choose a custom pendant from my website, mastermetaphysics.com. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's two simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the tarot cards in the deck, which one do you feel represents you and your energy best? You could even pick multiple if you'd like. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab /post tab. My friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.